contestants to Dave.
Winner!
Winner! Starting the clock. Oh, Ninja Cow, hashtag hype for Jammy. Not just a fan, but a coordinated fan effort. Jammy is trending already in the very first minute of the competition.
So, Galkif has people rooting against him, essentially.
Effectively, Ninja Cow just said that he hates Galkif.
I don't think that's true.
I mean, ninjas have strong opinions. I'm just assuming.
So we've got Galkif with the gun and Jammy with the spear.
Yes, indeed. Alright, so I'm going to try to discern what Jammy's strategy is. We heard it tell of a very specific strategy, and I'm curious. It could be anything. It could be weapon selection, it could be movement, it could be, rune timing. There's almost anything.
So far, I just see a bunch of spearing. Now we've got machine gun on machine gun action. I don't see anything special from one to the other. They seem to both be zipping around the room with great purpose.
I see something special.
What's that?
See an act of camaraderie, competition, and love amongst two relative strangers coming together. It's like the Olympics, bringing families together.
All right.
Sometimes I talk shit.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm a master of Greco-Roman wrestling, so.
I know. I'm gonna fold you.
Okay,
I'm gonna bend you in half.
You know what? These guys are both in the exact same room at the exact same time still. No mistakes made so far.
Galkif with maybe a 2-second advantage.
Do you think so?
Yeah, he entered the room just a moment first.
All right. I was watching him practice earlier. I don't know if he knew I was watching. He was just kind of went on stream a little bit early. I think he was like just testing out random strategies. Like it didn't look like the Galkif I was used to seeing. It's kind of like he was doing weird stuff. He was using a shield and a tuba on boss 2 and like missed with the tuba and stuff. That's stuff I haven't seen him do.
Sometimes you got to experiment. If you stick to your favorite strategy forever, it's hard to grow,
Yeah.
Ryu might seem like the best, but every so often you got to pull out your Sakura. Just see what happens.
How many hours a day would you estimate that you think about Ryu from Street Fighter?
Just Ryu, or can we just say like the cast?
I kind of want to know the Ryu stat.
Okay, well, it's maybe 40 minutes a day, non-erotic.
So, all right, so more than 40 minutes a day.
More than 40 minutes is, yeah, it's an underestimate.
I think I spend less than 12 seconds a day thinking about Ryu from Street Fighter.
To be fair, the remainder of my day is spent thinking about Mega Man.
Yeah, like the entire rest of the day.
He's a super fighting robot. Ooh, Galkif's missing a bow! Missing an arrow shot.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I haven't seen him be a huge fan of the bow and arrow either. He had a bunch of machine guns to choose from there.
Galkif with the first special rule. He's getting weaklings in room 5. Weaklings, gangsters, and chainsaws. Two enemies already that have particularly low hit points, and you can see Galkif's probably going to take that single machine gun with him all the way through the room, so shooting just 2 or 3 bullets per target and quickly moving on.
Conversely, Jamie missed maybe 5 or 6 shots in a row with the bow and arrow.
Yeah, we're seeing some really hardcore target selection from both guys here, just hitting the target, knowing how many shots it takes to kill him, and moving on.
So, yeah, Jamie with the liberal use of the fire circle, as we've seen before from him.
He's giving some hugs.
He knows he's going to get another one, and he burns him as soon as he gets him. I think it's a smart strat.
I think that's the way to go. I mean, if you see a new fire staff right there on the floor, take advantage of the extra DPS. You're getting handed a gift, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like if there's gonna be somebody slightly ahead at the end of Death 1, the odds are that it's Galkif at this point.
Yeah, I think Galkif with just a couple enemy kill advantage right now. Nothing truly meaningful. Galkif moving right now into the boss 1 room, and there is Chundersaurus.
Let's see if he can do it in under 7 seconds.
Are you counting it out? 4,
8,
3,
9,
2,
10,
1, 0.
13 seconds. That's pretty much how long it takes to kill this boss, but I've seen a couple people do it faster.
I don't know how fast time is. Well, I'm just looking at Galkif's sub 4
Let's see how fast it takes Jamie.
There. Jamie currently going after Chundersaurus.
No fire circle.
No fire. Like
As
to use it
perhaps too liberal with his fire circle.
Taking a gamble on that, yeah. Using it, probably having hoped you'd get a new one by now. A gamble that's not currently paying off.
Reposition my screen so I can actually see his spells better, because that should have noticed that. Yeah, that was more like a 20-second dinosaur kill.
As long as Jamie's playing right now and he's got his Chiron up there, I'll throw a shout out for gamingforadoption.org. A fantastic bunch of gents streaming video games for awareness of adoption. They've let us join them a few times. They're a fun bunch. Ninja Cow is also associated with that, and they are the dopeness.
Yeah, I noticed he had that Chiron up his entire first run, but I think it was one of our earliest matches, and we weren't noticing everything that was going on at that time. We're still figuring out how to do this, really. But I'm glad you mentioned gaming for adoption.
Thank you, Ninja. Thank you for being the most adorable cow that I know on the internet.
Jimpy in Jammy Antics' chat says no sound ?
Indeed.
I'm gonna be nice and say nope.
How was that nice? Which part of that was the nice part? Ooh, Galkai's starting to pull ahead. That fire, that lack of magic on the Chundersaurus definitely made a dent. And I think we saw some extra load time from Jammy, which does count. That is part of the competition. There's no accounting for that, really.
There you go. Ninja Cow got me. I was still typing it out, because first I typed nope, and I typed something that was less trolly.
Just nope. The most helpful response. Hey, we've got a problem. Dave, who used to work a tech help desk for like a year. Dave, we've got a problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know that from many, many years of help desk experience, which is that the first response is to panic, but don't actually show your response until you figure it out.
Right, so Cool is here, waking up too freaking early today again.
Cool. Stress. As long as you wake up too freaking early and stay awake, because your match is in 3 hours, we're very pleased to have you here with us.
I think give it like an hour or two, stretch, do some breathing exercises, maybe like coffee, but then go back to sleep. Just like wait until about like 7:30 and go to sleep.
And it helps to roll the windows down and go faster and sing along with the music so that you can get the cool breeze of the highway on yourself.
Oh man, see at first you were like take a nap and make sure the windows are closed, and I totally thought you were going for like an idling car in a garage sort of thing. It's just like don't, no.
No, but I'm glad you don't know how that trick works, because then you'll be safe even if you try it.
Wait, what? Oh, because you want to leave the windows down, don't you? Well, depending on your goals. Maybe I just want to look cool.
I don't know, there's an exhaust pipe involved in a hose. It doesn't matter. Tubas, all over the screen.
It's Tuba Tuesday on a Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, and there's tubas, and Tuesdays happened yesterday.
But every day is Tuesday when it's Tuba Tuesday.
Somebody's invincible, and that makes me happy. I like when a guy gets invincible. I like to watch what he would really do if only he could get away with it. And here he goes, just barreling into dudes, knocking them down, no problem.
Both gents for a moment, they're rocking a rune at the same time. Galkaf with extra combo and Jamie with invincibility. I want to take the invincibility.
For a Galkaf, extra combo does not matter. He doesn't drop his combo pretty much ever.
No, I would be surprised if we see either of these guys drop combo for even a moment today.
In fact, that's a little meta contest we can do, is to see if anyone's combo ever goes below half.
Shout out to a couple guys
at the top of the skill ladder. I mean, these are the best players in the world right now.
We saw a couple guys, I think it was Cool and Elric, going for like 1,000 plus kill combos, just farming up murder on Chundersaurus.
I would ask
ever slower progress on their level gains.
Yeah, they got actually in our survivalation. Is that what it is? Survivalation DLC?
Survivalation.
The Weaponographist Survivalation.
The Survivalation Nation of Domination.
Free content patch. Coming soon to yesterday.
Coming yesterday to something near you.
Galkaiv got to the 60th room of the dungeon on the first try. I don't even think you've had 60 rooms.
No,
have you ever
I
had
definitely
60?
have not had 60 rooms.
Yeah, oh, by the way, he told me some crazy stuff happens. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know what? I think he got so far that the numbers were unsustainable.
He tried so hard and got so far that in the end,
nothing really mattered.
Yeah.
See what I did there? Because I'm cool. I can reference rock songs from 10 years ago.
Cool is cool.
Cool is cool.
Galkaif with the shield. I saw him earlier having shields more than I've seen him before. I didn't know that was his weapon. I think he's trying it out today. I think he's so confident that he's just kind of messing around with, what's that word? Sideboard strategies. Like,
That's not nice.
maybe this works too. It may come back to bite him.
Oh man. So I think Jamie right now holding the split between the two, not necessarily gaining since the end of the boss 1 fight, but definitely not losing ground. Maybe a tiny bit. We have just plus a 2-room difference, I'd say.
Just as I say, Galkaif is getting experimental. He's going textbook on this boss. He hit him with beautiful tentacle blast in the beginning, and now he's emptying a bomb bag into the boss's face for a textbook boss 2 kill.
That's what I like to do. First, I just like to unleash my tentacles, and then just empty my sack.
When I say it, it's a little bit thought out, but it's also veiled in a way that only I can hear it later. But then you unravel it for everyone.
I am
it's definitely sex.
the webmaster, like in the sense that like I control the web of time and fate, and all of Spider-Verse revolves around me.
Yes, Spider-Verse.
My whole life is written by Dan Slott. It's a comic reference.
Jammy Antics is one of the best players in the world at this game, and yet this gulf is widening between him and Galkaif. Galkaif is just not slowing down for anything.
Yeah, Jamie's got some ground to make up, but I think he can do it. I think it's too early to call this truly in anyone's favor. Jamie having just a moment of stream lag there. I'm going to wait until that irons out and then probably toss a refresh just to make sure that we're synchronized. In fact, he's having a longer moment of lag, so I'm going to just toss a refresh on both guys. So we're going to see. I'm going to take bets right now. What do you think? Witcher commercial?
It's Tomb Raider, seems like.
Tomb Raider?
Well, one is Tomb Raider and the other one is a commercial for, like,
I'm hoping for St. Jude.
fedoras? I don't know what this is for.
I want St. Jude.
Ugh.
Are we just having flat-out internet issues?
I know what that was. Alright,
Twitch
Jammy's
is
on
not-
boss 2.
I am having just issues for Twitch on both guys. They are not reloading for me. There we go.
I do have Jammy, and just
we go.
letting you know
Back up.
he's finishing off boss 2.
I am now
Boss 2's down.
admiring the look of a bearded man eating nachos.
But what's in
Tell
the
us a little
stream?
bit what's happening. I'm watching Heroes of the Storm, but tell us what's happening in the contest right now.
Jammy just killed the second boss, and he's loading into depth 3. He's just starting depth 3 right now. He had a pretty decent boss kill. Galkaif is now in room 4 of depth 3, and by the way, they both have 9,999,999 goop.
That's very goopy of them.
Galkaif is clearing a room with the Banshee head, managing not to get hit by Valkyrie. It's very good timing.
Sure.
Jammy's kind of popping around with a bomb bag, and still in room 1, clearing room 1 of depth 3 now.
If you want to talk about interesting stats, you can actually look at both competitors' depth times right now, and you can see that Galkaif has just about a minute 15 extra on his clock. That right there shows you that Galkaif got to depth 3 about a minute 15 before Jammy did.
Yeah, that
It's an interesting
jabs
metric
that
right
I've
there.
been seeing. I wasn't calling it. I wasn't saying that, that this is a foregone conclusion by any means. And at any point, if a competitor dies, it changes the whole thing. But I was saying, like, very, very clearly, like, Galkaif has pulled ahead at this point.
Yep, Galkaif is ahead at the moment.
Beautiful Morningstar work by Galkaif. Good use of the barrel as well to take a hit and keep going. Jammy clearing a room with Banshee head, but taking a hit from a boomerang there.
Both guys rocking just really comfortable health. Galkaif just topped his off. Jammy's hitting just 2 below full.
Yeah, these are pros. Like, they're not. I don't think they're gonna die. I always like to throw it out there to say, like, it's possible someone could really screw up and lose their level on the final boss, and we actually saw somebody that happened to them. So
That is true.
But,
Switchblade
it's-
had one unfortunate defeat.
in the case of these two competitors, I would really be shocked if that happened.
Yeah, they'd really give me the old shocker.
Right. So what's up today? How come there's so many, like, double entendres?
That's on you.
Is it? Well, I think I started it, but
If you set me up, I'm going to take it. It's not... I'm not above that. I've never been above that.
Wiener.
See, you did it right there. That was veiled, but I understood it.
Weaponographist Expeditious Internet Explorer Racing League. Wiener for short, or for long, like me.
I see what you did there. I'm getting it.
If you enjoy getting it, you'll enjoy the Wiener League.
I see what you did there. I'm gonna just, it's an easier answer than having to think. Thinking sucks. Man, that was a tremendous tuba kill by Galkaif. That had to have been 7 different kills with one blast of the tuba. Like a Mickey Mouse 4 with 1 blow.
Jammy clearing the room in a beautiful fashion with the Morningstar, managing to take like no hits pretty much. Just walked under a slime like it didn't matter.
And currently just playing with boomerangs, whiling his day away with boomerangs and goats.
It's a nice little flourish there with the barrel. Just decided to blow it up because why not? Didn't feel like taking a hit.
Finally, we got some pogo action. I was hoping for that in the last room, and it didn't quite happen.
Yeah, some competitors actually have been shying away from the pogo stick just a little bit. But for whatever reason, whenever people have been picking it up, it seems like they're in both screens with the pogo. And but Galkaif is one of the people who, early on, like I think he's the first pogo fan that I ever heard like extol its virtues. Like he actually was laughing at people saying the pogo stick sucks. He's like, well, yeah, but I have the best times in the world, and I use pogo stick mostly, so I know something about it.
Ninja gets the feeling at Puuba, it's innuendo all day and no game dev. Yeah, we just actually we downloaded the Weaponographist from the internet. If you go to BitTorrent, you'll find the Weaponographist. We just found it before most people and put it up on Steam.
Actually, we code in a very interesting way. We just kind of grind into each other all day, and then like goes up on the screen in Java because we have keyboards between us.
Oh God!
It's weird what happens with the code.
Is it supposed to make me feel so horrible and dirty?
Well, just because I'm telling everyone the secret of how the code is written.
The secret's out. I'm gonna put that on my resume. Grinded out a game using his genitals.
Okay, never did I say genitals. Like
you said it.
I did not.
I heard it. We're gonna go to the replay.
Okay.
I was using someone's genitals if it wasn't yours. Galkaif entering room 12, putting just about a 2.5 room gap between himself and Jammy. Not the biggest gap we've seen in the competition. We've definitely seen that gap arise in a great many matchups and swing both ways. So I'll say he's certainly reachable, but he has a commanding lead.
Cool says in chat. Also, don't forget all the singing.
Oh. You can't forget the singing.
Our dev is composed mostly of innuendos, but also Danny singing while I literally pull my hair out.
Here's what it sounds like. I'll start singing a song.
Oh God, I'll hang up. I'll hang up the call.
I'll get 2 notes in, and then Dave, he just kind of does this. Just this anguished, one slow single note scream.
You're not a bad singer, okay? You get into the vicinity of a key and it's fine, and you have a natural vibrato, which is also fine in the right context. But if I'm trying to focus on something like either technical or that's perhaps demanding of like my mental resources, which is not hard for me, I have to concentrate or else I'm useless.
And music helps.
When you bust out emotional ballads, and my response is like a night terror, like ah.
It is. It's like you wake up from your concentration screaming.
That was the fastest boss 3 kill I've ever seen. It was faster than his pogo stick and fire ring kill. He bombed him with fire ring, and it was fast and beautiful.
You know I love bombs. I feel like bomb is one of the highest DPS weapons in the game.
Yeah, no, it probably is.
Overlooked.
I don't know. In listening back to our past broadcasts while like editing them and putting them up on YouTube and stuff, I hear myself often say like, "That's my favorite weapon," or "That weapon is great." I will say something though that I don't like about the bomb bag is that it's hard for me to aim it. I have trouble hitting my mark with it, although it is rewarding and fun to have explosions everywhere.
They're called kerplosions, Dave. That's a technical term.
Wow, Jammy again. Invincible. Was he invincible earlier? He was.
Yep.
He's lucky. He keeps getting invincible.
I am not seeing that. Am I significantly behind you in stream, or is it over for me? Are you super behind? Or am I super behind? Because I don't see that at all. I still don't. I think...
My Jammy Antis is in room 12.
So is mine. What are you looking at?
He's invincible.
No?
Okay.
Nope. Just no.
He just is totally invincible.
He's
Are you
leaving
looking at
room-
Galkai?
Ready? He left room 12.
I just reloaded the stream because you made me nervous.
But had you seen him leave room 12? I think I'm ahead of you.
He was
I think
in
I'm
room
up
12
to
and
date.
invincible.
Yeah. No, he wasn't.
Well, he definitely was invincible in room 12.
You got crazy pants on.
Okay. Well, I believe I may have been behind you, but he was invincible for 30 seconds.
Behind every good Danny, there's a Dave.
Wow. Yeah, Twitch is being kind of a dick today.
It is, but no, I'm rolling all right now.
No, I'm stuck on basketball.
Jamie walking into Chillax right now, paying him a visit, and just screaming at him with the head of the Banshee. Getting a little lucky, actually, I'd say. Jamie choosing to use a Banshee right off the bat. Chillax moves out of the way, but Jamie gets pushed back on track by one of the enemy Valkyries. Totally realigning his shot. It's the kind of thing you can't plan for, but it really worked out in his favor. Jamie's setting a new personal best in Depth 3, actually. Moving on to Depth 4, just about 2.5 rooms behind Galkai.
My Jamie just started Depth 4, room 1 with a pogo stick in the middle.
That is where he'd be.
Okay.
That
And Galkai is in room 3 for me. Is that wrong?
No, that's right.
Okay, and he's punching guys bare-fisted. He's foregoing the unicorn horn and just pick one up. But not afraid to just punch a guy.
Not afraid to just walk up and fist a demon.
We're back. We're doing that again?
When did we stop that? All right, I'm going to stop. We're going to do 1 minute, no innuendo. Ready? It begins later.
This is really hard.
I let it slide.
No, you
Nothing
didn't.
happened.
You added on.
I can't acknowledge it? All right. I'm starting now. I did say last time starting later, so that didn't even count. Cheater. Galkaif's leveling up, and you can see that immediate difference. Galkaif was taking 2 hits for each swing of his Morningstar, 2 swings to kill every enemy, and now is one-shotting all these enemies.
Yeah, you got that level though.
What do you think? All right, let's say you're in that position right there, Dave. One-shot kills with the Morningstar or the Unicorn Horn? Which way do you go?
Morningstar for me.
Yeah, I think so too.
For a couple of reasons, but the Unicorn Horn, it does good damage, it does good splash damage, and you don't have to think with that either. But I just do like to kind of glide around, knowing that with just one hand I can destroy all the enemies. I don't need to shoot necessarily. Yep. So one hit kills with the Morningstar is my favorite.
Whew, we are seeing a speedy run today. We've been wondering all week if we'd see a sub 40-minute run. What are you thinking? Could this be our first sub 40-minute run?
You know, I haven't checked the leaderboards in the last couple of hours, but I think Galkai broke 40. I think he has a 39-minute full run.
Whew. Angry.
And if you think like where they started from, when they first started doing full runs, the
45.
leaderboard had like 50 minutes, like 49 minutes. The 45-minute times didn't even start popping up until about 2 weeks ago, and they were all Galkai first. Cool figured out how to do it. But then with our content patches, we sped up Doug a little bit. We made a couple of rooms much easier to get through. And people have been, I think he broke 40 minutes. And if he hasn't before, he's about to.
Yeah. I've seen a few PBs today, but I haven't been paying as close a track to it. Does anybody have the PB record for the day? Dave?
I bet Cool does.
Well, yeah. He is kind of our historian.
Yeah, he's turning into it. He's actually been making spreadsheets.
Yeah, I've seen, which is awesome. I've been looking at all those, and every time he posts one, I like pour through it.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right. Jammy, I like the strategy. Opting not to immediately pick up that magic rune. He's very clearly, from what I can tell, dodging it, which is exactly what I would do, saving it for the next room.
He just grabbed it.
He did. But
I think he got knocked into it, honestly.
Maybe, but you know what? Still going to result in him having overall more magic in the next room, where it'll be more use because the room is newer. So I would bet that he's going to be able to use magic across the entirety of this room and still have some to spare in the next room.
This is when you find out what a man's real magical preference is, because when you have every available spell on the floor, the one that they go to first, that's the one that they're good at, they're best at.
Sure.
He seems to like the fire trail, or fire ring the most, with the fire staff.
Yes, indeed. I like the fire. The fire ring always feels strong.
I'm going Banshee Head. I know it's not even practical, but it's just the most fun for me. I like the screen. Is your Jammy buffering now?
Yeah, he is right there at the same time as you.
Yeah.
Jammy just having some stream issues, but then we're back. It's always impossible to tell if those stream issues are on Twitch, on the viewer, or on the streamer, but typically I think they're on Twitch.
Yeah, and Jimmy's in a different time zone from us and from Galkaif. He is overseas. It's almost midnight for him.
Yeah. That is rough.
He woke up at 3 in the morning for his first match in the tournament and won it.
I feel bad that we did that to him.
I think we didn't know we were doing that, but this time I asked him which times were best, and he actually chose the 11 to 2 slot. So I skewed closer to 11, so that would be the most fair.
Yeah. Twitch is indeed being a little bit surly right now. I think Twitch knows how much is riding on this particular matchup.
Twitch ornery.
Twitch is a butt. Hashtag Weaponographist is better than the Olympics. Trending. Did you know that's trending right now?
I don't think that's trending.
No, it's trending.
What's trending, though, is hammer time for Jammy. And then he grabbed a spear.
Dave, stop.
Wiener time. So mixing liberally between the spear and the hammer, almost interchangeable. It's like he's hitting once with the spear, grabs a hammer. Once with the hammer, grabs a spear.
That feels right to me.
Yeah.
It feels right. I think I feel the fastest when I don't choose too much, when I don't think too much, when I just go with the flow.
I actually lately I've developed the habit of walking around. I play with the keyboard. I kind of just walk around and hit the shift button whenever I attack. I just keep hitting shift and attack at the same time.
Interesting.
Because I'm happy to walk over and pick up anything, because all the weapons are the same to me.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, having played with Jinxes for a little while in our new Survivalation DLC that came out yesterday, what is your favorite Jinx combination to get the most amount of progress? What do you find the most beneficial Jinx combination?
For progress, for me, it's weapon shuffle and chest roulette. And that is because I still actually with weapon shuffle will walk around hitting the shift button over and over. It's just a habit. But I really like weapon shuffle actually. Just it picks my weapons for me, and I really don't have to think.
Do you feel like it speeds you up?
It's just more fun, and I guess I go faster when I'm having more fun.
Okay.
I know you're probably looking for me to say Stack Overflow, and honestly that is
looking for your answer.
Well, it's probably the right answer. That's maybe the most beneficial. I do enjoy it, but it means that every weapon that you pick up when it has only one stack only does 90% of its base damage. Okay. And
yep,
I often forget that, and then I wind up getting wiped out because I'm killing guys too slowly when I swap weapons.
Whew, Jammy having a great Banshee room. Well, a little bit of extra cast time, that's to be expected when all of the Banshees just spawn within your stream. Just making quick work of that, in and out.
Yeah, we lost our shield. It's time for a Morningstar. Will he save his Banshee head? Probably.
I would keep it.
Yeah, it's not safe to use in this room.
Valkyries can screw your Banshee up. They seem to have a knack for just walking to the side of it and strutting right up to you.
Yeah, it's almost like they're programmed to do it.
Yeah. Galkaif, though, getting a new and improved Slime Storm room. Slime Storms in the builds previous to yesterday were about 20% longer than they are now. Actually, 25% longer than they are right now. Slime Storms obviously take up a fair bit of your attention and focus and slow you down a bit, so we sped up the length of Slime Storm rooms 20%.
Jammy's invincible again. I'm just throw that out there. I'm saying again he's in room 12 and again he's invincible. Tell me you're seeing this.
I'm seeing it.
Okay, so it's not just me.
Maybe
he's always invincible in room
time.
12.
Are you sure you didn't see it in the future?
No, because he was in depth 3.
Yeah, but like maybe it was an alternate or a parallel future. Let me ask you some questions.
Well, wait, before you do, why does Jammy get invincible so much?
He's using the power-up.
Alright.
There's no power-up. Winner must donate $5,000 to Puuba, says chat. That's the rules. You all agreed to it.
No, thank you. Keep your 5,000. We just want you to like us. Please like us.
Why does no one love us?
I said like. Everyone loves us.
Oh, it's like
Galkaif on boss 4. Let's watch this. It's gonna be fast. It's got the fire.
Bring that fire staff. Okay. Definitely holding a fire staff on the Murdercutioner. You got to be hoping he comes up to blow fire pretty quick. As soon as he comes up there, you'll be able to use that magic on him. But waiting for that to happen. There it is. Fire staff, and he's dead.
I would have actually used a fire staff just up front, just to get rid of the unicorns, and hopefully maybe gain a level.
Look at that, Galkaif, a full minute behind his personal best, and yet it still looks strong.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah, he's a nice enough guy. I mean, when you talk to him, he doesn't seem threatening, but everyone is so afraid of him. He's really a force to be reckoned with. I would say that people are nearly as afraid of Cool as they are of Galkaif.
Indeed.
Because those guys trade off top times on the leaderboard sometimes.
Who is cooler, Cool or Galkaif?
I mean, it depends on your
cool.
it depends on your metric, but if it's going based on name, it's going to be Cool.
Mm-hmm.
His last name is actually Guy.
Yeah.
At least on, I guess, Twitter. I don't know. Somewhere I saw his
My last name is Cody.
Would you care to explain that reference?
You take your pick. It's either Final Fight or Street Fighter.
So
Guy and Cody are best friends.
Ah, there you go. Now I get it.
And then there's
How long is it going to be until you start thinking about Ryu from Street Fighter?
There it is.
Okay. Was that?
How long until you think of a pink elephant?
Okay. I mean, point taken. But you were already into the Capcom and the Final Fight era.
My point was I already knew what you were thinking about, and it was a pink elephant.
No, you changed it.
Nope. Pink elephants.
That's good. That's good for the audio qualities. Hold the Mountain Dew up to your mouth.
Hold the Mountain Dew up to your mouth and speak like Darth Vader.
This is to ruin the street for everyone.
Jammy, I am your father.
Is that true?
That's true. That's true.
So, Jammy nearly to boss 4. It's just got to deal with a couple unicorns, a couple trollgers, and a couple of wyverns.
What up, Toasted Midget? Howdy.
A couple of shield guys and a couple of dogs. Really a lot of stuff in this room that you could get.
A lot of variety. I like that.
So he went with the shield. Was that a panic move, or he knows something I don't know?
Nope.
Traded it for the weapon.
Shield for yeah.
He just used it for the first
kill.
kill.
For the Murdercutioner, I wouldn't take that.
Yeah, that was actually smart. I think he actually knew.
I would also say using that
first
fire
kill.
trail a little bit early. He's not going to have it
good,
left to melt down the boss when the boss comes.
No, it was perfect.
Okay. All right.
I mean, because
he did long enough.
Yeah. I think he sensed the boss was coming down, so he just laid it out on the ground.
Mm-hmm. You got a carpet before the company arrives.
Everything looks nice. So they're both in depth 5 now.
My home every time I get neighbors or company visiting.
What's happening?
It's what we do. Very
do
high
what?
Class.
You poop on the carpet?
Now I do. Now that I know that that's what is expected.
Is that even socially acceptable? Because I thought what you said was that before company comes over, you poop on the carpet.
That's just a saying. It's a colloquialism. Like, a bird in the hand is poop on the carpet.
I'm just going to let that one sit there like poop on the carpet.
That's what the saying means.
Jamie thought about backtracking to go pick up the fire ring, and he said, screw it.
Humbug!
He saw him walk towards it, and he said, it's just too far.
Yeah, but he had one with him, so,
No, he picked this one up in this room.
You're crazy pants.
Oh, no, he didn't. He picked it up on his way to the door. I just didn't see that.
So, Ninja Cow saying confirmed Puuba's next game is a Street Fighter clone. That's true, but I want to clarify, it's not a video game. We're cloning
right.
man.
It's a 6-foot person who is Street Fighter.
His name is Street Fighter. He's actually a sheep.
I'm going to ask if you're playing the music. I believe you probably are.
I am.
Okay. Because when I know that the music's there in the background, I'll let the silences be a little bit longer. When there's no music, I get worried.
I can sing.
No!
Do you want me to sing?
I was just bantering. Please don't sing.
Weaponographist,
no!
Weaponographist, Weaponographist, to the tune of concursion, to the tune of concursion. That's how the song went. It's weird, right? That the theme song for Concursion would be consistent of only the word Weaponographist before the title or game was conceived.
I'm still hating this.
It's a fact, though.
Jammy's got so many fire staffs to choose from in this run. Lots of fire staffs and lots of invincibles.
Yeah. Ooh, but Galkaif getting double damage? I don't know if that's very useful with Krakens that tend to one-shot everything, but with Machine Gun, I love it.
He's got plenty of time left on this double damage, too.
Yeah.
It's
Ooh, against seconds. Tough guys. Tough guys and a Machine Gun double damage. That's a good combination. You're only going to get, 5 or 6 enemies in your Tough Guys room, and he was able to get rid of the first half pretty quick.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
These are Tough Guys right now. Yeah, because the bombs aren't finishing. Galkaif already at the first checkpoint in depth 5.
It's what we like to call the Thunderdome.
One of us likes to call it the Thunderdome.
We call it Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
At least one of us calls it Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Thundernographist in Mad Galifrenarv Galkaif-ographist Thunderdome.
Match 7, everybody. Now, we've done 7 of these. There's not a crack in the armor yet. We are still coming at you with the same intensity. This is making lots of sense like we were in the first match.
Going strong.
As if we haven't been talking for 9 hours straight on this broadcast.
Alright, let's get back to the meat of the event at hand. Let's get back to the tournament.
Yep.
What has to happen for Jammy to make a big comeback right now? I'd say he's got a 4.5 room deficit. Do you think that it's in his power to make a comeback?
Do I think it's in his power? He definitely has a very high skill set, so nothing is totally out of his abilities. But Galkaif would have to make mistakes at this point because he is so far ahead.
Sure. Let's see.
So what mistakes would Galkaif have to make?
Injudicious use. If Jammy uses magic on Billiam better than does Galkaif, I'd say that could be a 30-second swing. We've seen that happen for sure. Sure,
but it's more than... He's got about 1 minute and 15 seconds.
He does. Mad Max Beyond Mental Illness. Doug McGrave lives and then he dies and then he lives again.
Last Ninja Cow wants to know what happens if the game crashes. Is it a rerun or a auto loss? It is.
I'm gonna say pick back up from the nearest checkpoint. Let's not be buttheads about it. It's unfortunate.
I'd say it definitely depends on when the game crashes. Like, let's say that one competitor is finishing off Billiam, but Billiam's not dead yet, and the other competitor's 3 rooms behind, and the other competitor crashes while Billiam is killed. I'd say there's no need for a rerun at that point.
Sure.
I think if someone streamed
I would treat it like a death. I would say, go back to your nearest checkpoint. I know we've been saying death is start from the top, but it just doesn't feel right. Has this game crashed at all for anyone? We haven't heard that it has. I hope not. Chat is asking that.
I know.
I hope not.
We haven't heard that. Crash, and Last Ninja wants it to crash.
So people are hoping that Galkaif crash? No. I'm hoping
all of you crash.
I'm hoping all of our viewers crash.
They want to know how it's possible for Galkaif to be defeated before they have to face him.
If everyone simultaneously tweets #DaveHasAButt, then Galkaif's game will crash. That's true, right, Dave?
Galkaif walking around with the whip. Whipping faster than I've ever seen him with. It's I wouldn't think of the whip as being his weapon. I think he's really just trying to fully round out his repertoire.
I like the whip for DPS. It depends on the enemies I'm getting handed. But like I said, I'm just not that picky. There's very few weapons that I will actively avoid. Because, choosing to dodge a weapon costs time. Like, choosing to get one and not the other. So, yeah, I personally tend to shy away from the boomerang. But even that, I'll pick up if it's the closest thing to me.
You still feel that way, knowing what we know now, having seen lots of people figure out the best practices for the boomerang?
I can't help it. That's what's in my heart.
Hmm. I've actually grown more fond of the boomerang than I used to be. I never thought it was a problematic weapon. I totally get, for speedrun reasons, why it's like, come on, hurry up.
But was all up in the easy. Just want to say that.
Okay.
Yes.
Swiftmo touched me in the taint in the chat room. That's what he wants me to read.
True. That's science.
Thank you, Swiftmo.
It's in the history books. I learned about that in grade school.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like a boomerang.
Yeah.
Boomerang's fun for me.
Imagine says boomerang is love.
Yeah, Imagine's very good with the boomerang. He actually is one of the people who taught me by example of throwing it, when you're closer to the wall and then running towards it, so you just get double the amount of available hits in the same time.
Jamie now just passing up the first checkpoint of Depth 2, so both competitors are in the second half of Depth 2 now. Definitely that gap widening a little bit. I'd say we've got a 5.5 room split right now. Jimmy not struggling, looking strong, but Galkaif just managing to slowly pull ahead. Room by room. I'd say we haven't seen one big swing point. Maybe, a difference in the way that one or two bosses were handled, but by and large, we're just seeing this ever-creeping lead.
It's been a slow drip of a widening rift, and God, Jimmy's not doing anything wrong. So, Galkaif, I don't know. How is he going so much faster?
He's thinking positive thoughts. He's got love in his heart. He's bolstered by the crowd's cheers and roars. That's all there is to it.
I mean, I even saw him make a few mistakes there. He missed 3 consecutive shots with the boomerang.
I mean, for all I know, there's a bard behind him singing some kind of haste spell.
Is that even possible?
In real life, it is.
Oh, I see. We should check.
Is that against the rules?
To have
having
a bard?
your own personal bard?
No.
I don't think so.
Honestly, if anybody had a personal bard and they could prove it, I would probably give them points. Because that's pretty awesome.
2 points to me, then.
Nope.
2 points to me.
I'm around you a lot. I would notice if you had a personal bard.
I mean, I try not to embarrass you, Dave. I don't invite him when you're over.
So, I'm more like your personal bard than your personal bard, because I'm with you more.
No, it's like Batman and Bruce Wayne. You're never in the same place at the same time. Maybe you are my bard.
This is what I'm saying.
Ooh. I got a shiver.
If I was your bard, I would pee in your cereal.
I don't think I want a bard anymore. Ninja Cow
It's not about you.
Personal bard.
I just don't like cereal. Oh no! I'm Janny's personal bard. I sing songs of his cereal eating. That is an absolute coincidence if Ninja Cow said that before I said what I said about cereal. But I don't feel bad. I'll pee in that cereal too. Yeah. Guess who's invincible again?
Is it Jammy?
It's Jammy. It seems like he's probably not going to win this matchup, though anything can happen. But afterwards, I do want to check that he didn't just replay and only buy that rune.
Nah, he didn't.
He's had it 5 times now.
He's had it a lot. Billiam in the house.
What?
Billiam in the house. Interesting. All right, so we're seeing Galkaif go straight at him with the machine gun, choosing to unload that whole clip into Billiam, not choosing yet to pay attention to those little guys, but he's in no combo damage. He's got, 80% of his experience meter in level 10.
Oh, so he just lost a 422 hit combo, though.
He does, but there's no value in that. I think Galkaif knows, as we've seen a great many of our competitors do, it's not necessarily about keeping your combo, it's about keeping your level. If you don't plan to reach level 11, which is tough, then screw your combo. Just make sure you don't drop to level 9.
Sure, but he could have finished this fight with easy 460, and that's just opportunity lost.
Right. Everyone knows that in the end, you have a score multiplier based solely on your combo.
Yeah.
But Galkaif's playing the game, right? You see strategically, right? That's what I mean to say. But you can see his combo ebb and flow, and he's just paying mind that he doesn't do level, swapping targets only when he has to. Woo! Level 9 for a moment.
Oh man, that was really an expert move. It was like, oh, I just noticed I lost my level. I'll quickly and immediately kill this one guy.
Definitely dropped to level 9 now, and it's going to be interesting to see if he chooses to get it back or just finish the job at level 9. Which way would you go? Would you choose to get your level back or just try to close the fight?
Someone must have tipped him off that he's ahead, or he just might know from his own personal best that he's doing great, but he's not going up against a slouch. I mean, Jammy is a great competitor, so I wouldn't be
if you're
messing around during Billiam like this.
You're not. No way.
He's really taking a while, but Billiam's down. And Galkaif is the winner of the first match of the winners tournament in round 2. Match 7, Galkaif is the winner.
Galkaif moving to round 3 in the winners bracket. Jammantic still going on, but he will be moving to the losers bracket in round 3. Not out of the tournament, still absolutely capable of coming back and winning the whole tournament. We have seen already a couple competitors move into losers and then start a streak of wins that are going to bring them to those final brackets. So obviously and inevitably, one competitor in our losers bracket will come back and have an opportunity to go for the grand champion.
And that's definitely a great point. Unlike with the matches that we saw yesterday in the not winners bracket, where they were on, their last chance because they had previously lost. Jammy's undefeated at this point, or actually just got defeated for his first time, whether he does it or not. So he does have another chance. He's not, like you said.
Yes, he is not only not out, but it is an inevitability that someone in the losers bracket will come back and play to win against the grand champion in the finals.
Will it be Jammy Antics?
It might be Jammy Antics.
Oh, yeah. Our not winners bracket is still filling out at this point. We'll know later.
Elric confirming they are not losers. They're just in the lower wiener bracket. They're all winners in his heart. They're all wiener winners in his heart. And in his lower heart, they're all wiener winners in his wiener.
If it's one thing I know about Elric, it's that he has room in his heart for a lot of wieners.
I'm going to quickly invite Galkaif to this chat, and
Sure.
we can talk a little bit about what we're seeing from Jammy.
Sure. Imagine 42 asks, wait, do I get my rematch now? Is that going to be... let me think if that would be possible.
You're going to have to give me a minute before I can look at the bracket.
No, but I know it.
Streaming.
For him to get a rematch against Jammy would have to...
Hello.
Hey
Hello.
there. Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, winner.
Oh, thank you.
Blowing through. I thought I'd invite you before Jammy quite finishes in case you want to join in the commentary on Jammy's last couple rooms.
Oh, I'll have to bring up his stream. Yeah.
So how you feeling?
I'm feeling alright. I think I could have done better, but...
Had some trouble on Billiam?
Oh, gosh. Trolled me like crazy, and I didn't get any magic that last room either, which made that so painful.
Definitely, I'd say we saw... In terms of the biggest differences, you were pulling away just slowly throughout the run. Like, there was no giant turning points. It was just like a slow creep. Except for a couple of the bosses where you would go in there, blazing with one magic or another. Especially boss 1, boss 4. And Jammy sometimes electing to use the magic right before he goes to the boss, and so not having it to spend there.
Oh, okay.
That was
Yeah,
one of the bigger differences we saw.
Yeah, I always try to make a point to have some kind of magic when I go into the boss. Unfortunately for Billiam, I had like the worst one you could probably get.
Yeah. You did
at that
unload
point.
a full clip of machine gun in him first thing.
So we're starting Billiam right now on Jammy's screen. He just used up his whip and immediately picked up pine cones, and he's been trailing a Cerberus dog collar trail the whole time. Got him trapped in it. It's pretty great.
Taking down the first half of his health with that dog collar. Just melting down Billiam's health right out the gate.
It's a good start.
Yeah, that's a really good one to have for him.
Yeah. Getting a Kraken again there right away. Obviously, a great way to use the Kraken on Billiam is just to bury your upper body in him before you use it and see if you can land 4 or even 5 of those shots on him.
Yeah, I think I had one time where I landed like 7 shots on him with it or something.
Yeah.
But you have to position it just right, and the easiest way to do that is when he's using his lasers.
Let's see, this could be it. Hammer, Billiam's cornered. I could see Jammy just finishing it right now.
Oh, for Super
There's the Aura
Saiyan.
shout. There it is.
Unarmed versus Super Saiyan.
There it is.
And he's down.
It's the only way to fight a Super Saiyan is unarmed.
Right.
It's the warrior's way.
Alright, let's pull up Jammy.
Alright, I'm going to add him to the call right now. Oops. I pushed the wrong button, and I think I hung up on everyone. You guys still there? I hung up on everyone. I'm the best. I'm here alone in a lonely world.
Greetings.
Greetings again. I hung up on everyone because I'm the best. I'm good at
Why?
internet. I'm good at internet.
Why you do this?
I do it to make you sad. Did I make you sad?
What is this?
Alright,
place?
everyone is now added to the call.
Well played, Galco.
Well played.
So I definitely know you won.
So Jammy, at this point, you're just guessing that Galtec won?
Yeah.
Galkaif did win, but it was a pretty close race.
Was
Jammy,
it really?
it
It
was like a
wasn't
slow
the
creep.
unclosest race we've ever seen.
Yeah.
No.
It was a slow creep. I'd say he gained like most of a room on you per depth. At the end of depth 1, it was like most of a room split. At the end of room 3, it was like a 2-room split. And so it was just a slow creep. It was no sort of like giant blowout. There was no giant swing moment.
Interesting. All I know is that I made so many mistakes, and I was like, every time I kept making mistakes, it kept creeping on me, and
was it
mistakes
the
after mistakes?
Were you making mistakes because you were afraid of your competitor, or you're just
not really?
just
I mean,
a tough run?
I think it just like I went on tilt from the first step.
Okay.
When I used the fire ring thing, and I was going into the boss, and I used it just before the boss, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing?
That was the big first swing. You guys were tied. We were just talking about that. Galkaif went into the first boss with the fire ring and just destroyed him, and that was the first place that the gap really started to build.
Oh gosh. Well played, Galkaif.
Yes, that was
good sir.
Very well done.
Well played.
Very well done. So as long as you guys are here, let's look at what the brackets are going to look like next round so far. We've got Galkaif coming up against either Cool or Elric. We don't know yet. We're going to have Overpowdered against you, Jammy. Overpowdered Jammy.
That'll be interesting.
How do you feel about that, Jamie? You think you can beat him?
I think I can, but
I think
then
your times have been better.
Yeah, but he's just a beast.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
We'll see.
Oh man, this
Sorry,
is
go ahead, Danny.
fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm looking like we've got viewers and they're watching, and I think they're enjoying. Like it's cool. I wasn't sure we'd have people. I've not like streamed historically, but this is awesome. This is fun. Thank both you guys for joining us and for racing. And I know I've said it a million times before, but Jamie, not out, only in the other winners bracket, and plenty of time to come back. Somebody in that bracket will inevitably be in the grand finals, so that could easily be you.
That's right. And then if is it Imagine? Yeah, if he gets to the final, then I can have my rematch, and if I beat him, then I can rematch you if you get to the finals, Galkaif.
Let's see. In the next round, in round 4, yeah, you guys could face off right there. You and Imagine.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I'll be waiting for that.
Hashtag Weaponographist is better than the Olympics.
That's not a thing, is it?
Yeah, it's a couple people tweeted it, and a couple people said it in chat.
I mean, well, I'll put it this way. I like it better than the Olympics, but I think I'm biased.
Alright, well, I'm going to let you guys go. What do we have the next match? In about 2 hours, right?
Yeah, next match in 2 hours is Cool versus Elric.
Yes, sir.
Elric N.
Awesome.
Should be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of which we will know how round 3 is looking. We'll know what all the matches